What's up? What's up? All right. Hey, everyone, and happy Thursday. So, first of all, hope everybody is having an okay day. And if you're in the chat right now, um, yeah, give me an emoji of how your day is going so far. So, if I would, if I were able to give an emoji of how my day is so far, it would be this one. You know the emoji where it's like, it'd be like this with all the teeth. Yeah, that's mine. Today, I want to talk about a very needed topic. And the topic hit me today because this was how I was feeling. When when I go to bed at night, something happens in the other dimensions that your brain goes to when you go to sleep because I have dreams. I have dreams every single night. I'm talking every single night. Even when I take naps cuz I napped today. Today was a really chill day for me. Yeah, it was a really chill day. So at night when I my brain goes somewhere else and I dream, those dreams are oftentimes so vivid and so realistic. And they're things that could happen and sometimes do happen in real life, but they're so vivid that it can affect my mood the next morning when I wake up. So last night I had a dream that threw me off, threw me way off. So this morning when I woke up and it started off a little weird. The energy in the room was weird, but I woke up because of the dream that I had. Then I realized it was gloomy outside and the sun wasn't up. So, because of those things, I was affected as soon as I woke up by the weather, which often does happen for me. And let me know if you experience this too. Do you experience what's it called? Seasonal affective disorder, or some people call it seasonal depression. But when it's cloudy or when it's not, when the sun is nowhere to be found, when it's cold outside, your mood changes with the weather. And then when it's hot or sunny and bright outside, it makes you happier because literally we get that serotonin. Let me know in the comments, like, are you affected by that? Because I know I usually am. And today I definitely felt that. So I wouldn't say I was having a bad day today, but my day was certainly affected by outside things other than how I made myself feel. So let's talk about it today. If you're enjoying the chat so far, you can give it a thumbs up. And one of the biggest things that I ask is that just engage, talk to me, I'll talk back. Put in the comments your thoughts and ask questions when you want to ask questions about anything. And I'll reply here on the live stream. So again, I hope you're having a good day. Before I really get into this convo, I'm going to leave a link to my Patreon in the chat thing so that you can access my Patreon because I will be on Patreon for, how do I access it on this one? I will be getting on my Patreon an hour after this live stream to facilitate my creativity corner on Patreon. And the creativity corner is a space for creatives like me, like you're a creative too, to exercise your creativity through sharing our creative pursuits, whether it be spoken word, you like to crochet, knit things, make jewelry, write, draw, paint, whatever it is, sing, make music, and you want to share that, or you want to also have accountability towards doing those things. Like if you just want to take that time out and while we're on the call, you want to do your creative pursuit, then you can use that time to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the chat right here. Paste. Okay, there it goes. So let's talk. Things that you can do to improve your mood once you're having a bad day. This is the first thing I'll say about this. For me, there are no bad days. I think you're the kind of person who bites when they fight. Oh, okay. Interesting. Um, this is the thing I'll say about bad days or bad days. I don't think that I ever have bad days. I think there are times when I'm feeling down that day, or there are things that happen. Like I said, this morning, what happened when I woke up, my mood was set from the moment I woke up because of my dream. Or in the beginning, like of my day, I also noticed the weather was a little, so that kind of was the beginning of my day. Then the rest of my day kind of the tone was already set. So when that happens, you can make a couple decisions. You can make a couple decisions that can affect how you feel the rest of the day. For example, if that's the beginning of your day, you can do something that uplifts you spiritually, mentally during your day so that you don't let the outside events that affect your morning or the way that you woke up or the thing that happened or the news that you got in the morning to affect and trail onto the rest of your day. I believe it's always a choice to let the events that happen trail on to the rest of the day. So, for example, once I woke up, had a dream, the dream kind of affected me, looked outside, the weather was gloomy, the weather affected me. It was about 9 a.m. I told myself, I'm going to make it to the gym. I'm not going to sit in the house because I know if I sit in the house and get back in the bed, I'm not going to feel great about myself. I did not want to go to the gym. However, I know that if I only stick to doing the things that I want to do, first of all, I'm not going to be disciplined when it comes time to put these things in practice and pick yourself back up when you're having a bad day. And then number two, if I actually do go to the gym and throw some weights around and get on the cardio machines, I'm gonna fit like it's gonna physiologically change how I'm feeling and make me feel better. And it's also gonna feel rewarding once I leave because I was like, I didn't want to go in the first place. When I do go, I'm not gonna feel like staying. But if I stay and do a couple workouts, and then also while I'm there, there's people that I always know at the gym, friends and whatnot. I see them, I feel like a sense of community there. That environment I know is gonna uplift me. But it's just getting there is difficult. So this is the first thing I'll say about picking yourself back up when you're having a bad day is whatever your day starts off as, leave try your best to leave the energy of that in the past where you found it. Leave it where you found it. Don't pick it up and carry it with you. Like, leave it there. So I could leave the dream in the bed. The dream doesn't have to come with me throughout the rest of the day. The weather, that's something I can't really change. So the weather was kind of gloomy throughout most of the day. But once I decided to leave the circumstances where I first met them and change my physical environment, that's another thing. Change your physical environment. My physical environment that I changed to was the gym. Then I was able to change the way that my mind was because my physical environment changed. You feel me? So sometimes it's that the environments that you're in currently are reminding you of what you're feeling. Your physical environment is a cue for your emotional environment. I'll give you a prime example of this and like how it applies to picking yourself back up and changing your mood. When I come home from work, I work in a very stimulated environment, meaning there's a lot of people talking all day. It's very service oriented. I'm a stretch therapist, actually, so I'm physically stretching people. It's a physically draining job, but I really like it. There's people talking all the time. There's loud music. It's kind of like being in a gym, but studio. It's kind of like a yoga. If yoga and gym, had a baby, that's what I do. And I come home and I'm very drained. Then my physical environment of my room, if it's dirty or if it's messy, I'm not able to relax. So my physical environment from work to my room, if my room is physically disheveled, it's it's not relaxing for me. But say if I went to I don't know, another room in the house to decompress other than my room, and that other room has, nothing on the floor, everything's in its place, the desk is organized. I could relax because physically the environment is relaxing. That just shows you how your brain is affected so much by your physical environment. Let me know in the comments how you relate if you're the same way. Do you have to make sure everything is in place before you go to bed? Because I'm also that type of person that before I go to bed, I have to make sure everything's organized. You might not be that type of person, so I'll give you another scenario. This morning, I was feeling down when I woke up because the weather wasn't great to my liking. Then my physical environment of my room is one environment because, my bed is here. If I would have felt, if I would have done what I felt like doing, I would have been in the bed all day, which I was in the bed most of the day, but I would have been in bed all day. But instead, I said, I need to change my environment. So I went to the gym. And I go to the gym because if I worked out here at home, and we have a bunch of gym equipment, we have Beachbody fitness videos that we can work out to. We have free weights from 1 pound to 50 pounds. We have a cable machine, elliptical, treadmill, bike, bench press, whatever, whatever. I could work out at home, but I choose to physically go to the gym because changing my physical environment of actually going to the gym changes my state of being. You know what I'm saying, especially if you're a person who also goes to the gym. And you could go work out at home or do some home YouTube workout or whatever. But you go to the gym because you know the benefits of you being in the energy of other people who are actively working out. Being in that energy changes your, what's that word? Motivation for what you're doing. So for me, being in the gym changes that motivation. And I didn't want to go, but when I went, I told myself I can do this because everyone around me is doing it. So yeah, when you're having a day that you're feeling down and you're wondering, okay, how am I going to pick myself back up because I'm just really not feeling it. I would say the first part of that is acknowledging how you feel. However, knowing that you don't have to stay in that feeling. And sometimes staying in that feeling will make you feel worse. And then also changing your environment, like I did, going to the gym, etc. Okay, so yeah. Another thing is Another thing is listening to your body. So I'll give you another example. After I went to the gym, which was something that I didn't want to do today because I didn't feel well. After I went to the gym, I felt a little bit better and I felt accomplished. So I listened to my body. My body wanted to be resting and in the bed. So after the gym, I took a shower and got back in the bed and had no regrets or no guilt about it. Because why? Because I listened to my body, and my body didn't wanna go back outside and take a walk in nature. My body did not want to go bike riding. My body did not want to talk to a friend on the phone for hours. My body wanted to be in the bed and watch a show on Netflix, and I did it and had no regrets about it. But I also know how I work throughout the week, and I usually work hard throughout the rest of the week. So this time that I had was super important because if your body's telling you that you're tired, if your body's telling you that you're a little burnt out, and maybe in the back of your head, you have all of these obligations that you feel you have all these tasks that you feel obligated to do. And if you don't do them, you know you'll feel guilty about it. It's time to release that guilt from your brain because eventually that guilt that you feel from not getting every single task checked off of your list is going to lead you to work over your capacity. It's going to lead you to work to your capacity. And then once you get to 20% battery life, um, you're not looking for the charger or anything. You're not looking to charge up because you're seeing how close to 5% can you get before you burn out. You're pushing the boundaries of how your battery life works, and that's not how the body works. We actually do need to recharge when we're on 20%. We actually do need to recharge before we get down to 5%, and it's really vital to listen to the body and follow the rest that your body needs. So that's another thing. Listen to your body. Definitely listen to your body. Um, and if you have any questions, oh, excuse me. Ugh. Despite me sleeping for a lot of the day, I still get tired a little bit. So, what questions you have for me about this topic? Put them in the chat, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll probably be on this live stream for about 15 more minutes. Then we're gonna hop back over to the Patreon and go into the creativity corner at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now, my time is 8:25 Eastern Standard Time. So if you want the link, I'll drop it again in the chat for my Patreon. And my Patreon is a safe space for creatives, yogis, mindfulness, people who want to become more mindful too. On on the Patreon, let's see where's the link. On the Patreon, weekly I do yoga classes to help you move better and um to help you start your day with less chaos in your brain. So I do two yoga classes a week on Patreon. On Tuesday mornings, we're focusing on the lower back and hips. And then on Fridays, we're focusing on the neck and shoulders. So Friday mornings, which is tomorrow morning, you can join me on the yoga class by clicking in the Patreon. The eyebrows look tight. Well, thank you. Thank you. I do pay attention to my eyebrows for real. I think they're like my feature. A lot like most people have like one feature that pops out for people. For me, it's always been my eyebrows. So thank you. Thank you very much. So let's see. About picking up your mood when you're having a bad day. Yeah, I'll just repeat like what something I said in the beginning was that, which was that I feel like you never really have any bad days. You just have days where you kind of get to choose if you're starting it off on a negative note, how much positivity do you want to put back into yourself so that you make it a better day? And it's also like, I don't believe in bad days because I don't believe one negative thing in your day makes the whole thing bad, like throw the whole day away. I don't believe that. You remember 2020? I mean, everybody remembers 2020, who doesn't? But anyways, Like, halfway into the year, I mean, like, a quarter into the year in March, was it March when COVID hit? And then April and then May, and then we y'all, we were still inside, and everybody was like, "2020, throw the whole year away." I was like, "Well, why?" Because at that time, we were going through a lot globally, economically, health-wise. It was a difficult time, but I still believe that there was some hope for the rest of the year in 2020. Is anybody else with me? Feel me? So I feel like in the same way, if you're having a bad day, if your day starts off negatively and you get some bad news, it's never throw the whole day away. It's never a bad day. You can always turn it around. Each hour of the day, something new can happen. You can change something about your day. You don't have to wait until the next rising to change how the day is going for you. There was also this other thought that popped in my mind while I was saying that. Oh gosh. The other thought was that I feel like bad things don't happen. Thank you, Skylar Bueno. And hello, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live. So, this is how I feel about saying that we have bad days and bad things happen. I feel personally that bad things don't happen to me. Sometimes negative situations happen in my life, but everything that's ever happened to me has benefited me in some way. And it's just, I didn't see it at the time how this thing that is bringing in negativity right now is going to eventually benefit me. Because how can you be able to see that if you don't know the future? You're not Doctor Strange. I wish, not I wish, but I feel like Doctor Strange is one of my favorite Marvel characters. But anyways, you're not able to see the future. How do you know that this negative thing or this bad thing that's happening is going to benefit you? You're like, Lauren, how do you know? How do you know that this bad thing isn't a bad thing, really? The reason I know is because when I look back at the things that have happened to me, and even the choices and decisions that I've made after those things happened, the reason I have no regrets is because each decision led to another chain event that would have never gotten me to exactly where I am now. Whether you like the position that you're in right now or you don't like the position you're in right now, there's always something in your current position to be thankful for, even if you don't like the whole thing. You've got to like some of it because it doesn't all suck. I will say there are decisions in my life that I've made that I feel like I shouldn't have made them. And I feel like at that time, it made my life take a turn for the worse. And I was not able to see at that time how even that really, really bad decision would lead to better results in the future. It would lead to me learning something about myself that I would have never learned if I didn't make that decision. That bad decision at the time. I feel like, yes, we make bad decisions. I feel like, yes, negative things can happen. But to me, there are no bad days. And with every decision that you make, you can learn from it and you can grow from it with every decision that you make. So that's why I don't believe in a bad day. Yeah, I pretty much just answered everything on this on this live stream. Um I actually will what I will do is every live stream that I've had before this live, I would love for you all to go through, listen to some of the conversations that we've been having, and ask some questions. What what topics do you want me to talk about next? Whether it be in terms of relationships, mental health, everything's mental health related to me, or meditation, mindfulness, yoga, etc. What questions do you have for me? What can I answer for you on live stream or talk about? And I would love for you to be part of the conversation. So, this is all I have for this live stream. And I would also love for you all to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. You can see the link in the chat box for the Patreon. Join me on there. You can join for free and just get notified about upcoming events that I'm doing or upcoming live streams that I'm having through Patreon and classes before you decide to that you want to subscribe to a paid tier. But let me just tell you, we moving over there. And this is even though it's something that's newer for me, opening up the Patreon is something that I'm super excited about because I want to do more than what I do on YouTube and have more one-on-one and live conversations. More than what we just do on YouTube, you know? And I want to individually talk to you all, have conversations, and on Patreon, you can always message me, slide into the chat box, and yeah, we can get it popping over there. So if you all have like no more questions for me on this live stream, I'll go ahead and hop off. And yeah, just let me know what else you'd like to see me talk about on a future live stream too. But that's pretty much all I have for today. And you can answer this like either in the chat or in your head too. What are some things that you do to pick yourself up after having a not so good day? What are some things that you do? So I'll go over like some things that I do too before getting completely off of live stream. Um yeah, some things that I do is one thing that I don't do is actually call a friend. I know I'm the type of person to want alone time when I'm not feeling my best because that's a true introvert trait. I like my alone time and it actually helps me feel better. So I spend some time alone. I don't call a friend. I will watch something sometimes to just distract my brain and have something to focus on, like a storyline. So today was actually one of those days, and I got on Netflix and watched this show called Beef on Netflix. And I got basically halfway through season 2. Okay. It's a great show. I recommend it. And another thing that I do is I'll do Sudoku puzzles. Um, Sudoku puzzles are great for the brain. And then one of the last things I'll do is I will get in my journal. I'll open my journal and start writing, which is something I'm going to do tonight. So I journal. I also create poetry. I write poetry. And I write the best poetry when I be emotional. That emotional poetry, it hits. It really does. I'm doing great. Bosan David, how are you? I'm doing amazing. Nah, we can't. We can't meet today. We can meet on live stream like we meeting right now. So yeah, we could do that. So yeah, y'all, it's been real. If you've enjoyed this live stream, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to join me on Patreon, we can have a little bit more one-on-one interaction, which I would love to have. I would love to have for you all on Patreon. So go in the link in the chat. You can join again, you can join for free. And if you like the free version and then you want to upgrade to a paid tier, you can join me on the Creativity Corner tonight, where I'll be having a conversation with you all one on one about sharing our art. So, yeah, thanks so much for joining me. And I'll see you again next Thursday. I'll see you again next Thursday. And then comment below what topics you'd like to see me talk about. All right. Thanks so much. And have a great night, you all. Peace.